I wanted to use this. Okay, so now I'm going to bring all that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back a little bit and bring in my edges. Like so. And then on this too, I gotta do some trimming. Alright, so you have to start from the bottom one. If you can bring all your flaps over, that'd be great. And then just start, if you have to, you can pull away at the fabric, at the glue, it'll actually pull away. And I don't recall if I used fabric tack on this part with Muriel's project or if I used hot glue. You're actually going to go all the way down, so it's not just, you're going to do all of this all the way down each ruffle and glue it to the previous ruffle so that you don't have that cut edge showing. And again, you could pull back. Whew. Okay, people, that's it for the tacky or gnarly tacky glue that is all over me now. Okay, so here is so far what it looks like. And I know this doesn't look like much here, but we're going to work with that. We're going to put trim here and some trim here, and yeah, and then some trim here as well. I think I could go all the way maybe. Let's just do it. Let's get this on here. And this is where the hot glue comes in. Finishing touch to this part is going to be this. So this is not easy either to cut. So let's put this here. And I'm kind of gluing it. I'm turning in the end into the glue so it doesn't fray any more than what it is already. And it just finishes that off. So I got some dangles on. This is my, could be front or back. Not done yet. And here is my other side with everything curled in. It's got a little bit of a flare to it. And I think my pocket is good. It's not sealed. Alright, so let's start. This is what I did last time. Yeah, okay, so we're going to put a piece of this underneath. About here. Okay, and that is going to get glued underneath. Now this is a little hard because I have less space than I had last time. I had more room to get my hands in there. Plus, the space between each trim, there was more room. So, I probably could have done these edges last and, put all this stuff in first. This is not something that I do all the time, so you know, you learn as you go. I'm kind of taking apart where these things were glued on each other. I don't want it all stuck flat, so I'm just doing that now before it completely is dry. So there's more wiggle room when I get my hand under there. Okay. So this is going to get tucked in here. So we're just going to start putting some hot glue down in there and tucking carefully because this is very hot. Again, I had more space to work underneath here last time, but this one's smaller. And if it's not in the right place, you can always pull it off. That should do it. Let's see. Yep, so now I have a little, can you see it? It's right here. It's hard to see with the camera angle, but it's there. So there's a little extra dangle. There's space under there to do it. Okay. What did I say? Here? Yeah. There is a right and wrong on this one, so this one I'm going to start in the center because there's 3 here and I want it to be even. And I'm going to kind of go down a little bit because it's kind of, first of all, it's very airy. It's got a lot of space. So that's about even there. I know I have a little tool for the glue somewhere. I don't know if that's going to help me or not. That and I don't know. I want to do a little bit of a darker color too. I'll need a bling for the center. Yeah, I like this 3. That's too much. Or maybe that. You know what? I'm going to do that. So I'm going to see if, okay, while I have this here, so I kind of know, and this is kind of the same area that I put hers in, and I did 3 also, and I know this is a smaller bag, but I still want to put this much. And then the bling. The flowers are going last. I'm just kind of eyeballing, you know, what's going to go where. Like, I have this really cool piece, which is a nice vintage looking color, which would be great there. Then I have this, and I'm going to be, you know, doing this kind of stuff. And I can always tuck it under like that if I want. And then I have this piece. I need some more of this. Here we go. Cut this up. I'm going to cut it right in half. This is one of the paper bag lady doilies. Because I need more darker colors here. And I could go maybe here. I need another piece like this, I think. other side. I might put a piece under here. Oh yeah. Okay. Strategic. I'm going to make some cuts in here, but I don't want to just go straight. So if I put this maybe like here, I only need a piece. It's going to go under there. So. Just go like that. So I'm doing like a quarter cut out of this so I can get more use. I think 3 is enough for the back. Let's just do that. So this one has to get scrunched up because it's a long piece. So I'm going to glue it to here first. And, ow. And then open up these ruffles and then just kind of go in like so, and I'll add some more glue. There. So it kind of looks like it is a doily, kind of. So I'm just going to, I think it's down, maybe not. You know what? I think instead of putting it there, I'm going to tuck it under here because I know the flowers are going to cover it. Yeah, okay. So that's going to be my last one. And it's going to be more over about maybe center. I think I had centered it on hers. And yeah. Oh, I just love it. I love the way it came out. Alright, you guys. I didn't do this in the last one, but what about to use this gray piece up, because I probably will never use it again, on the very bottom. I don't know. What do you think? Whoops. I'm going to do it just to use it up because I don't think I'm ever going to use this gray thing again. So let's start. That I think would be fun. And it's just a peek of that. It looks even cuter on this side because you can already see the gray there. And this part is shorter than the blue there. And start trimming things, which I need to start with the top edges first, and then the side will cover that up. And again with the hot glue, and I'm putting in the edge into the glue and then rolling it around, or flipping it, folding it over I should say, so that edge is under there and it doesn't continue fraying, even though I'm going to cover it up again, but just in case, because sometimes it doesn't come out perfect and those edges do show, so at least they'll be tucked under. Again, a nice thick line of hot glue. I wanted it to be lined up with this edge, but I never did get to do that. Alright, so I need this now. Yeah, I would have had to have put like another strip of this stuff up here, but there's not enough. Okay, so that finishes that top there. This is already finished there. So let's go, how do I want to do this? So I'm going to start my side here on one side. It's getting a little stiff with all the stuff going on and the glue and everything. So I'm just going to start over here on this edge. Again, I'm going to just bring in that corner in first, just in case, so it holds down all the little bits and pieces that like to come up, just in case it doesn't get completely covered in the end. And go all the way around. Now you're watching the edited version of this video, but I'm looking at my clock and I have been doing this for almost 2 hours now non-stop. I haven't even got up to go to the bathroom. I have not stopped recording because every time I stop and continue, I always miss something and then I end up scrapping the whole video. So what you're watching is the edited version, so I don't know how long you're going to see, if you're going to see an hour or close to 2 hours, but the real time for me on this, and I'm almost done, is just over 2 hours. And I'm curling in that corner. Okay, so we got this part and that part done. Now I'm going to unwind that and we're going to do the side. Looks a little more finished. You still see this part here, but it's not that bad. And we're going to go all the way to the other side. Okay, get this straight. Make sure you get it right in the middle because you want to line up with the strap as well. I'm going to go all the way. I didn't do this last time, I don't think. Maybe I did. I can't remember, but you see it is covering here. am at the end. Get down. Need to remove all this stuff. It's gonna go like this, but then I'm going to put some stuff down here, which I'm gonna use that same fabric like I did for Muriel's bag. Straight strips out of here, maybe about there. There's a couple there. Okay, just a little bit of something. So here, I'm going to be throwing in some seam binding. I'm just gonna crinkle it in my hands. This is how I crinkle. I don't need extreme crinkles in this. And what else? I'm gonna make a bow out of this piece. I think a piece of lace. Here we go. This is perfect. It's a little stiff, but I think it'll be fine. I kind of unstiff it by just there. And then the flowers, and I might even add a little bit of this there. I don't know. That's what I did last time, but what I'm going to do is glue one at a time, and I actually used the fabric tack for that because I don't want them falling off. Alright, and the bow will go in after I put my flowers down. So now we're ready for these. Let me clean this up a bit. And again, I'm going to cut a lot of these strings off before I'm done. One of the things I'm going to do is secure this down where all these strands are hanging off of, just with some glue, hot glue. And I'm putting a bow there. So a lot of hot glue on this, and put it there and hang on to it really, really good. Okay. This one. Definitely want to get a lot of glue in this. And I'm trying to open up the center so the fabric kind of goes over it. Okay. Almost done. I was thinking maybe I should just do a bow out of this. What do you think? Yeah. Let's see if I can make a pretty bow. I'm going to put these cream colored to finish off like right there. That's the where it ends. And put enough. Let me zoom out for you. Alright. Isn't that adorable? So it's the same concept as the one that I did for Muriel, just smaller version. Ruffles and everything, I did the same thing for her, and a few flowers here and some trims down here and a bow. Pretty much the same thing, just a few of the items are different. And what else? The main difference is I added this last piece down here that just hangs at the bottom, at the end of the actual bag. So the bag is actually this height, but I extended it by bringing out all these ruffles at the end, which is the same thing that I did with Muriel's bag. So it just made it look bigger. And of course, with all this stuff coming out a little bit, it flares out a little bit, so it makes it look a little bit wider than it really is. So there it is. And with this one, I brought in some gray, the dark pink from this side, which is camouflaged underneath that. And I used mostly the fabric tack, even with these pieces here, except for this bow, so that it doesn't come off, hopefully. At least that's what I'm hoping for. But all these pieces that were tucked in here, this bow that I made here, and the flowers and the bling, that got hot glued on, and all the trim. So I can't wait to go out somewhere and carry this. This is big enough, I know already, for one of my wallets and a few other goodies and my phone. So I got plenty of room. It is a lined bag already. So there you go. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye now.